The usually lazy Homer actually joined the army. After saying goodbye to his family, Homer arrived at the military base. First thing, they shaved off his already sparse hair. Then the drill sergeant gave everyone a code name. Homer questioned his code name, but the sergeant labeled him a troublemaker. So everyone else got punished because of Homer, while Homer stood up front, enjoying a massage and eating a donut. After basic training, the officers assigned them exercise missions based on ability scores. Everyone except Homer and the remaining few. Turns out their scores were too low, and they had to play the role of the enemy. Homer thought the test was inaccurate.
This avocado just gave me a wedding ring.
The exercise officially began. Homer, as the red team leader, reminded his men to stay alert, but from afar, a pair of eyes had already fixed on them. Homer suddenly remembered it was New Year's, so he set off a flare to celebrate, accidentally exposing the position of the opposing blue team. Homer led his team in a rush into Springfield. The blue team followed right behind. A large number of troops flooded into Springfield, telling the townspeople it was just an exercise. No need to worry. Homer led his team to hide in the tavern. Moe, bribed by the blue team, directly revealed where Homer was hiding. The blue team sprayed gunfire into the basement. Homer refused to surrender, so they had to hide in his house instead, but they were still found by a mini helicopter. Homer tried all kinds of disguises, but couldn't escape the helicopter's pursuit. In the end, Homer had to trick the helicopter into a small dark room. The helicopter struck a match. The war officially began. To save on electricity bills, Homer moved a wind turbine right into the house. Marge noticed the meter was running backwards, which meant they were supplying power to the utility company. Homer immediately demanded the power company stop supplying electricity to their home. Just as Homer invited friends over to watch the game, the wind suddenly died down. The Simpsons had to start adapting to a life with intermittent electricity. The kids couldn't focus on playing in the bounce house. Video games turned into real-life brawls. Homer was cutting wood when the power suddenly went out, so he climbed on top to take a break. Homer put his smart brain to work, using a small fan to constantly provide wind, so the generator could run non-stop. But Flanders quickly found out. With no other way, Homer made his son push the generator by hand. Bart silently prayed for a gust of wind. The next second, a strong wind blew Bart off. The high winds made the Simpsons' house unbearably bright. The next day, Lisa found a stranded whale on the beach. To help the whale get back to the ocean, Lisa turned to Homer for help. Homer rounded up the strongest men in town, trying to pull the whale back to sea. But no matter how hard they pulled, the whale wouldn't budge. Maybe they should find the smartest people. Homer got fishing boats to tow the whale back to sea. All the fishing boats ended up damaged. At night, Lisa stayed by the whale's side, telling it stories, until Bart woke her up. The rescue team finally managed to get the whale back to sea. Lisa was shocked by the sight before her. It turned out it was all just a dream. The whale had already passed away. Ever since Bart started faking illness to skip school, Homer has been working actively to look pitiful. Bart cut an onion, making himself shed tears. He even took out colored markers, drawing red bloodshot lines on his eyeballs. All of this was just to pretend to be sick and skip school. Just as Homer was hugging Marge, Bart suddenly appeared, saying he was too scared to sleep. Seeing how poor her son looked, Marge decided to let Bart sleep between her and Homer. Homer didn't dare move an inch, completely unable to fall asleep, so he decided to do something incredible. Wake up early for work. Homer, the first to arrive at the company, realized there were so many empty parking spots. Breakfast was his favorite donuts, with a cup of hot coffee. Back in the office, Homer even took the initiative to clean the office, and opened a book that had been unopened for a long time. His brain, which hadn't worked in 1,377 days, started functioning. The colleagues were shocked to see this. Homer found Smithers, pointed out the problems at the nuclear power plant, and offered solutions. Every morning, Homer got up on time to make breakfast for Marge, and even gave Abe a good morning kiss. Everything felt unfamiliar to everyone. To save time, Homer blended his lunch into a juice and drank it. Good ideas kept popping up one after another. Even Burns said he would give Homer a raise.